So are you a veteran or in the military and moving to Rhode Island? Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss the different financing options that we have in the state of Rhode Island. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Rhode Island, subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Rhode Island. My name is Devin, and my team and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move here in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can help you make a smooth transition here in the state of Rhode Island. Well, in today's video, we are with one of our premier lenders, Jason Savoie, and we are going to talk about moving to the state of Rhode Island if you are a veteran or in the military. And this is a big market for that. So Jason, take it away.
Huge market, Devin. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely.
So again, my name's Jason Savoie. I'm a senior mortgage advisor with Waterstone Mortgage Company. I've been lending since March 7th, actually, of 2006.
So you've been through some up and downs.
There's been more ups than downs, a little over 18 years.
Sure.
But what I love to do and what I specialize in is helping veterans relocate, helping them command the best possible terms on their financing, and having a smooth transaction. So I've closed, Devin, close to 2,000 purchase or refis over that time. And I'm excited to be here today to talk with you.
And this is a big market, right? I mean, this is a huge market because of the Military Naval War College down in Newport and just the presence that it commands. So if I'm a veteran or in the military and I'm looking for financing options here in the state of Rhode Island, what is there out there? What can you tell to the buyers that are military and veterans that are moving to the state of Rhode Island?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And in fairness, there's not a ton of different options, but what we do have is a vast amount of benefit. When you look at VA financing, it's top notch. It's above any other options with conventional, FHA, USDA. And as it relates to the pricing, the interest rates, the qualifying, there's a ton of benefit there. So not many different options. It's more of a one size fits all, but Devin, what we are able to do is tailor that financing to meet the client's specific goals, situation, and plan so that they derive the maximum benefit.
What are the biggest benefits of being on the lender side that you see when it comes to, financing for military or veterans? What are those huge benefits for them?
I mean, so for them, a ton. For me, the benefit is I love working with veterans. I love working with active duty. These people, in fairness, have their stuff together, right?
Sure.
They're quick to help, they're fast moving, they have a good understanding and appreciation of the process. Benefits to the client, I don't know how long we have today, but there's a lot of them.
Okay.
So I want to touch first on the qualifications. When you look closely at VA, versus any other financing option, and it's easy to obtain a certificate of eligibility. So VA, I know they love their acronyms. My dad used to tell me, KISS, like keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I learned that at a young age. But the VA has an option. With the DD-214, we can order the certificate of eligibility, the COE, and we can look closely at what that entitlement is. Oftentimes, we see with the VA, 100% financing is available, which is a huge benefit because by far, the biggest barrier to home ownership is typically that down payment.
Yeah.
And with FHA, conventional, I mean, you're forced to at least come up with 3.5%.
Or maybe 3% sometimes as a conventional.
Correct. Plus, recording title fees, these things can be expensive.
Sure.
So the 100% financing is huge. I would say that far and away is the best benefit of VA. Beyond that, there's no PMI, there's no private mortgage insurance. So PMI is not tax deductible. It's a cost that you elicit or you have if you put less than 20% down.
Yeah, which is huge, right? I mean, most people don't even recognize they factor in their taxes, they factor in their insurance, they factor their mortgage, but your PMI can be an additional $200, $300, $400, $600 per month. Correct. And that's a huge benefit not to have that on a VA loan.
Correct.
And they're doing 100% down in most cases.
As that relates to buying power, it transitions to a huge amount. But really, that's wasted money otherwise, right? Like if you're in a position of weakness and you don't have 20% down and you're not a veteran or not active duty, you're stuck being saddled with that PMI.
Yeah.
There's no tax deductibility to it. It really is designed to protect the bank in the event of default. So circumventing that and having no PMI is a huge benefit to going VA.
Yeah.
So that coupled with 100% financing, those two I think would be the top benefits. Moving forward, there's lower rates with the VA. VA is typically a half point or a third of a point lower than these other options. So again, translating on a $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 house, that's thousands of dollars a year.
And hundreds of thousands of dollars is over the course of the
life of that loan, exactly. You nailed it. So that's another huge benefit. Further, if specifically to Rhode Island, we have a state bond program through Rhode Island Housing. So you can, it's still a VA loan, and all the parameters are the same, but RI Housing through their state bond program will do a second underwrite. So you can actually do a VA loan through RI Housing. And what you see there is even lesser rates. There's a price break on that rate.
So is it, when you take a VA loan and go through Rhode Island Housing, the benefit to military or veterans, is it, does it give them any assistance as well?
There are assistance options as well. So there's down payment assistance through RI Housing. And again, if you're doing 100% financing, there's still other costs to contend with, right? Yeah. But if we can get a grant from RI Housing or even a silent second mortgage at 0%, a lot of veterans have the opportunity today, more than ever, to purchase with little or nothing out of their pocket.
Yeah. What about their closing costs? What are some of the benefits to a VA loan as far as the position, the cost of their closing cost? Is there, do they have any closing costs? I want the viewers to know what that closing cost would look like.
Yeah, so there are definitely closing costs with the VA loan. So the same stuff you'd see otherwise, recording fees, title fees, origination fees, that type of thing. The VA does have a funding fee. And in the event that there's a service-connected or combat-related disability, the VA will waive that fee. So if you've made that sacrifice for our country, we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
In that event, that fee goes away, and VA is now like the lowest cost option on the market.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're in a position where you haven't suffered any ailment of that kind. Mm-hmm. The VA can be fairly expensive. This would be the only negative. And you really have to look at it in terms of other options, because it's not more expensive, but what you'll see is, like if you're putting less than 5% down, the VA has a 2.15% funding fee. Mm-hmm. So that's 2.15% of that total loan amount.
Sure.
It is tax deductible, and it's what allows you to command lower rates and circumvent that PMI. Sure. So it's a prudent cost if you have to pay it. That's financed into the loan, so typically not an out-of-pocket expense.
Yeah. And one of the things I want to say, just because Jason and I have worked with so many veterans and people in the military, is these are strong buyers. Oftentimes they're very strong buyers. So when it comes to, you may be a seller listening to this video, they have typically very visible payment structures as far as the amount of money they're getting per month. Their income is very straightforward, and they're usually well organized, right? They're disciplined, they're well organized.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've run into an active service or veteran that isn't.
Yeah.
Right. So the bills are paid on time, and credit's a mitigating factor. So that helps lower that risk threshold and helps you command better terms.
Yeah.
So it's important to know.
So it's one of the things I wanted to point out to the sellers out there, especially those watching this video, is the fact that these are strong buyers. And even though you're looking at their down payment position, they're qualifying them, especially in our cases with every deal that we've done, we've got them to the finish line very quickly, because they're organized, their income is very verifiable. It's not like overtime is in there and wondering how much they have or don't have. It's very straightforward with the military.
No doubt. And I think that's a prudent point to mention, because I've run into realtors that are reticent or maybe less willing to accept an offer. If it's VA financing, because it's 100%.
Yeah.
And they see that perhaps as a sign of weakness, but it's really not.
It's really not.
VA is ironclad.
And it's just taken what they deserve as somebody active duty military or a veteran. It's what they deserve.
Correct. And I hate that the VA calls it an entitlement, because it's not. It's well earned.
Yeah.
Right? These benefits are well earned and well deserved, to your point. But yeah, it's, VA is my favorite buyers to work with. We recently had a closing in Portsmouth. Mm-hmm. You did an incredible job negotiating that, I will say. And the clients couldn't be happier. And these are friends of ours now, so they're the best of the people. Can
you tell the viewers anything else they should know if they're in the military or a veteran that are buying in the state of Rhode Island, outside of the benefits that you shared? Anything else that you can think of?
Absolutely. I think it's important to mention, there's like a prevailing trend where people want to wait to purchase, right? We run into this, whether it's a reluctance or understanding that we are in a downward trend and rates are falling. Don't wait. The VA has an option. It's an interest rate reduction loan. Again, back to these acronyms.
Sure.
IRRL, they call it an IRRL, I-R-R-L. And it's the easiest refinance on the planet. There's no appraisal required. There is no income documentation required. And it's designed, we basically refi, put you back into the exact same VA loan you have. Most notable difference is a lower fixed rate and a lower payment. So the VA, as far as refinancing goes, is head and shoulders above any other option. There's no better option. So if you're able to purchase now at a lower price point and then in 8, 10, 12, 15 months take advantage of this VA interest rate reduction loan, you're far ahead of the competition.
That's great advice.
Yeah,
great advice.
Honestly, I would not wait. We are seeing an environment where rates are falling and anticipated to fall further, which is terrific. Relief for homeowners, and it will make it easier to purchase. The other side of that coin that perhaps mainstream media doesn't talk about is supply versus demand, right? And we're going to be in an interesting position
where the supply is not much, but the demand is going to be very high.
Well, that's it. And that does one thing, unfortunately, is it pushes prices up. So I would say, given the VA reduction loan options on the refi.
And the lower interest rates to begin with.
Well, that's it.
Huge benefits to the VA and military.
I could keep going. Yeah. There's more VA.
I know.
I don't know how we're doing.
Well, we don't want to give them everything, right? They have to reach out. But we just want to thank all the viewers. If you're military or a veteran and you're looking to purchase here in the state of Rhode Island, we have done this numerous times for countless clients. Please make sure to reach out to us. We'll have all of our contact information below.